All right, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about this plant and animal project that you have to do. What are some of the expectations for it? It's really, it's not an intricate project. It's more of just a research project. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of things, go over a couple of the objectives of what the project seeks, and then talk a little bit about, what are the parameters for the actual product that you're going to do. So, from an objective standpoint, really, the project wants you to be able to identify characteristics that are common to animals, identify characteristics that are common to all plants, recognize and give examples of types of plants and animals, and then, of course, finally, describe current uses for both plants and animals as you do your research for the project. So let's talk a little bit about the actual project itself. The prompt is that the kingdoms of plants and animals really encompass a wide group of different organisms. Okay, your actual prompt indicates that there are over 1 million species altogether, and of course, there's more and more being discovered, and there's even a belief that we've actually been able to not identify at this point up to 2 million. So there's a lot out there. Plants obviously include trees, shrubs, bushes, flowers, grasses, and animals obviously include invertebrates such as sea urchins and mollusks, insects, and then your vertebrate animals, your fish, your birds, and your mammals. So the project really is for you to narrow your search down and choose one plant and one animal that you want to research, and it can be any plant or any animal, but you will be doing both a plant and an animal. You can pick which one they are, but you must do one of each, okay? So for those directions, you're gonna choose one plant and you're gonna choose one animal, and you're gonna essentially craft an essay that includes the following criteria. So down here it talks about what you should include, okay, and then we'll talk about the actual parameters of the paper. So for your plant and for your animal, I want to know what is the common name, the general name of your plant or and your animal, and then I also want to know what the taxonomic name, okay, the binomial nomenclature, the genus and the species are of your plant and your animal. And please make sure you're aware that when you're writing that in your paper, that you must use correct binomial nomenclature. At this point in time in the year, the expectation is that you know how to do that, especially since we've gone over that whole unit on classification earlier on in the year. Second, the type of plant and animal. So tell me about the phyla that these organisms fall under. Okay, if whatever plant you choose, is it a vascular plant? Is it a non-vascular plant? Okay, if for animals, is it an invertebrate? Is it a chordate? Okay, is it a vertebrate animal? Okay, I want you to be specific. So work your way down from kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Give me that information in your paper. Okay, and then as you transition, you're going to start talking a little bit about descriptive characteristics of each of the organisms. Okay, what do they look like physically? Okay, where do they live? What are their feeding habits? Okay, for animals, for plants, are they photosynthetic? Are they chemosynthetic? Okay, how do they, how do they metabolize their energy? Okay, if applicable. Tell me how the method of reproduction they produce. Are they sexually reproducing organisms? Are they asexually reproducing organisms? And if so, by what process of asexual reproduction? Do they bud? Is it binary fission? Is it spore production? Okay, and then finally, talk about the economic significance that those organisms that you have on the local community, on the local environment. Okay, what impacts do they have? And then as you summarize your paper, okay, decide which of your organisms, and this is an opinion portion of your paper, okay, is the most important to life on Earth, okay? Tell me which one of the two that you choose is the most, in your opinion, is the most important to life on Earth and why. Okay? And you should be able to support your reason why. Okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about the criteria for the paper. Okay, so the paper should be in a Word document, most easily accessible and most easily readable. Okay, I would want it to be in a Word document. You're talking about 700 words, so that should be at least a page each for each organism. Okay, page each, double space, 1 inch margins. It can be more, but it should not be less. Um, you should have citations. You should be getting your information from reputable sources. I would not be recommending Wikipedia. I would really not want to be seeing Wikipedia. I want you to use reputable.org, .edu, .gov sources for this project. 12-point font, double spaced, 1 inch margins, and then an actual works cited or a bibliography page, a references page of where you got the information so that I could find it from. Okay? You can attach that there. Or if it's not working to attach, you can just certainly email it to my email address by going to our Moodle page and clicking that link. It'll take you right to an email page for you. You can attach that and you can email it directly to me, and I'll either way I'll upload it and read it and get the grade out for you. So that's the project. If you get stuck, if you have questions, certainly come into the virtual office for some help. I can certainly point you in the right direction, or maybe help narrow down some of the choices of what you were thinking about doing for the project. And if not, otherwise, good luck. And we're going to be back here next week working on another project. So have a great week, everyone.